you guys, it's Julie Anderson with your Friday Fit Tip on Sunday. It's game day, as you can see by my attire. And I have to point out my super cute earrings, reddoorbeads.com. I love those, and you can't see them, but I have my Nike super cool Seahawks pants on today too. So I am decked out and ready for game day to start in about 1 hour. So got to get this done and posted for y'all before the game starts. Anyway, I posted a picture on Facebook this last week. It was a side-by-side of me at 29 holding my son, who was about 8 months old, I believe at the time, on Negril Beach, next to a picture of me last weekend at the Washington Ironman at age 39. And someone posted a question in the comments and asked, how was I training then versus now? And, that's a question I get asked a lot. What are you doing differently? And the question really isn't about how I was training then versus how I'm training now, because it's different, but it's not drastically different. The biggest change and the biggest thing I recommend to everybody is diet. It is all about diet, and my diet now is dramatically different than my diet was when I was 29. I was making a lot of the right choices. At 29, I was working out regularly, cardio and like light weights, nothing major, but just, kind of things I'd see in Shape magazine and that sort of thing. And I was drinking a lot of water. I would do the, little packet of oatmeal for breakfast, maybe a yogurt and some granola at lunch. And then at dinner time, this is where it really went off into the ditch. At dinner time, it would be, chips and salsa while my husband was making dinner. And then my former husband really loved to cook, and he liked to make really rich dishes for our dinners. So, a lot of pastas and thick, rich, heavy cream sauces, peanut sauces, things that were just really high calorie, really high fat, a lot of carbohydrates. And so I was consuming the bulk of my calories in the evening, and they weren't good calories. So they weren't doing me any favors. Another thing is we drank a lot. There was always wine open, and particularly on the weekends. So that wasn't really doing me any favors either, as I'm sure you can imagine. So when I started bodybuilding 6 years ago, I cut the alcohol. It's gone. And I feel so much better without it in my system. And there are so many reasons for me personally, not to drink that I really just don't. I mean, I might have like 4 to 6 drinks in a year. And I kind of save those for special occasions or when I'm with friends, or, really, really good glass of wine, because that is yummy and I appreciate those things. So I cut the alcohol, and my diet is dramatically different. I do eat more frequently earlier in the day, and I eat a lot of protein. I am careful which carb sources I use. I like complex carbohydrates. My favorites are oatmeal, oat bran, yams, and sweet potatoes. Those things work best for my body. You kind of have to just experiment and find out what works best. I don't do pasta unless it's a cheat meal. I just find that it gets real heavy in my gut, and I don't process it very well. So those are, like, as far as achieving a completely different physique, it is all about diet. And, some people like to do cardio, a lot of cardio. I'm one of them. And they don't weight train. And then you have the people that weight train and never do cardio. So as far as training goes, it really, regardless of what your goal is, it's really a balance of strength training and cardiovascular training, just for the health benefits of the two. And then if you have specific goals as far as how you want your physique to appear, then you would just tailor your cardio and your weight training to meet the goals that you have for yourself. But obviously, it is a balance thing, and you do need both for just general health and well-being. So that is my answer to what did I do between 29 and 39. And it really is, it all comes down to diet. And truly, it's the hardest part. It's the most challenging part because you do have to exercise your willpower and your self control and make some big life changes. You also have to be patient with yourself. It doesn't happen overnight, and you have to be ready. And I can tell you that I was not ready for a very long time. I would say probably 10 years. But by the time I finally was like, okay, I'm ready to um, dive into this bodybuilding lifestyle, really start eating this way. And it has changed, obviously, my physique. And it just, all overall, I feel better. And 10 years later, I feel much healthier than I did at 29. So if you have specific questions about diet or want information on my online coaching, which includes customized nutrition plans, send me an email, irifitgirl@gmail.com. You can find me all over social media. I am at irifitgirl, and on Facebook, Julie's Fearless Fitness. So go Hawks! Kick the Cowboys' booties.